Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
Yeah, this I don't even know, bruh. A dope podcast promoting all black business. Shed light on real topics, gotta get these millions. Give back to the culture, doing something different. Everybody tuned in, this a new beginning. New platform, so the world can see your vision. Help you get to the top, hope you be the richest. Running all your numbers up, doing big deeds.
Yo, what's good? Where you tuning into the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host King Guy and the host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
What's good, bro? What's going on, world? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling, man? I'm feeling great today, man. Like always, man. Just blessed to be above ground. Shit, it might be a blessing to be underground sometimes too. But yeah, man. Shit, man, what been going on around here, man? I've been seeing some things on the news, man. I know we got a few topics to talk about tonight. But man, let's talk about what's going on in Mississippi right now, man. I know they had that water crisis, something like Flint, Michigan had, or still having, because I don't think they even fixed Flint, Michigan yet. So, but shout out to Deion Sanders and everything that he did, and him and his community and his team did for his team in Jackson State University. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, man, why is it that every time a crisis like this happens, it affects the black community or the underprivileged community more than like the white community or anybody that has money, man? Because it seems like that. It seems like, okay, if this one city has a crisis, like on Jackson, Mississippi, or Flint, Michigan, or anything, it's always, you know what I'm saying, up and down, up and down. It's like, okay, this side of the town straight,
right?
This side ain't.
Well, I mean, first of all, we don't own nothing, and that's number one. When you don't own nothing, you ain't really got no representation in office. That's really for us. We always gonna be on the ass end of everything. That's positive in any subject. It's a crisis. When people pay their water bill and they can't even get clean water. The people that's getting water are the people that have money, that can afford it. Big shout out to people like Dion, Ray Shrimmer. A lot of people donated water and money to Mississippi, but when they say donate money, man, I don't know where that money going, to be honest. It's kind of scary because these are the same politicians that then make sure that if some stuff happen, that we're paying you to make sure that you are aware and you can at least come up with a plan when stuff like this happen. You in the state of Mississippi, which means you flooding. You in Flint, Michigan, which is Lake Michigan, and all that. You can flood. Tornado Alley in Oklahoma, down here with hurricanes in Florida. Like, the thing about it is we pay taxes and we don't get the fair treatment. So,
right.
With that being said, it's sad. It's not right. But until we stand up and demand and do what we have to do for change, we're gonna still be drinking shitty water. and that's just what it is.
Right. And that's crazy, man, because we living in this land of free, supposed to be one of the top countries in the world, right? And it's like, why we have to deal with that? Why are our citizens dealing with that? And it's funny how you said the politicians, man, and we paying taxes, we out here voting for Republican, Democrat, whatever team you with, and we trying to see change, man, but we're not seeing no changes. So it's like, as far as like, how do we see change? Like, what can we do as people to better that? Because obviously the politicians don't really care. I guess they can only do it so much. Or what do you think that money going to, though?
I be honest, it's going in somebody's pockets. They're divvying it on up, and a lot of that money carry over to campaigns, and it it's just frivolous spending, as what
Right.
what they call it.
But not only that though, you just because you see it more in the black community versus the white community or privileged community when it comes to these type of crises. And it's like, damn, we in the same city. Why the pipeline going this way is dirty, but this one ain't? Or they can fix this area quicker than they can fix.
It's all about representation. It's all about not having ownership of land and companies and not making deals, not having our own infrastructure in our communities. You know, this the thing, right? Whether it's a black, white, Spanish community, it's really the poor against the rich. It's just,
oh yeah,
we always gonna see it our way because we're in it. You feel me? It ain't no, the answer is to be honest, is to hold your vote. Don't vote for no Republican, no Democrat, nobody, and see how much they really want us. See what kind of deals they're gonna make. Like what Ice Cube was trying to do, make a deal with America when Trump was in there. Everybody was talking about he was selling out. He's not selling out, man. It's like, why should we always follow the same party? I'm neither Republican or Democrat, but I ain't stupid. I know how to spend money. I know how to buy things. I know if you do this, if you put money in this resource here, it'll work towards everybody eating, like my shirt say. But we don't do that. We pour money into the companies,
right?
You know, in the companies make us work to live, and it don't make no sense.
I mean, right. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, man. But when you say like hold your vote, I mean, I don't even think votes count, bro. I mean, you know, I don't vote, so I'm not really big onto a politician because I feel like we sitting here thinking that these people supposed to like really change the activities of how we live. I think it's up to the people, the citizens, to do that. You know what I'm saying? Well, people talk about Republican, Democrat, this and that, but I don't see that doing anything. I mean, from ever since I've been born, bro, I didn't see nothing that they ain't come to save us at all, bro. Not in our community.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we can say don't vote this and that, but we're gonna have to have some type of representation to speak for us. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't have no representation to speak for us, then we don't have nobody ear. And it's hard enough to get somebody ear when we voting for them. So I feel when you hold the vote and you let them understand how important they're missing your vote is as a community, as a block, then we can make our own deals with these politicians instead of saying minority, say black, say Spanish, say Asian, say this. Don't put everybody in one box. It's white, then you got minority. It's not supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the Democrats, historically speaking, never really been for us. All they've been doing is like, you know, basically trying to pacify us so we can vote for them. But the thing about it is they never give us an incentive to move forward and progress further into the economy, into the world as it is. You know, I don't understand how it's not free childcare if you stay in the projects. Why are you not allowing the people that stay in Section 8 in the projects and stuff, get them a work study program where they can work their way into a certificate where they can go get a plant job and start sending all our jobs over there to China and all our money over there to Ukraine and stuff. See, some answers is too honest for them. You understand what I mean? Everybody don't want to follow. It's the same thing like religion.
But
you don't want to question nothing.
Yeah, but why would they do that though, bro?
Why would they do what?
Why would they provide that type of assistance to Section 8 type or underprivileged people as far as when they can give you certain incentives to keep you in a box, you know, because you have a lot of people like, well, fuck it, man. I mean, you know, F it. I can just go this route. I can go this route. I can just live off the government. You know, it's cool because I ain't paying as much. I ain't paying that. I can do it this way, which is cool. It's understandable. But I think it hurts our community heavily, especially when you keep the black man out the household.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying
see, that's all the part of the system, period. And why they don't give incentives on while you stand on these assistant programs. You know what I'm saying? It's the easiest thing in the world. Look, if you can stay in these projects or you can stay on government assistance, whatever the case may be. But look, you're gonna have to take this course. You're gonna take a course for a job, for a warehouse job, for a manufacturing job, for electrician, for plumbing, whatever the case might be, because you're gonna be putting back into the United States, right? So while you doing that, we're gonna give you a room and board for your kids.
mm-hmm.
And also, if you have a spouse, which they should allow these people to have, allow him to go to school and help and stuff. Now, if you don't meet the credits or you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, then you can't stay here. You don't want to be a part of this. Now we gonna have child protective services and everything else because you're not really trying to provide for yourself and your family. You understand? And while you going to school, we're gonna take care of your kids at a child care center right here in our community because it ain't nothing but buildings right here. Why we can't just bring all the kids here? Let's they go to school. When you finish and graduate from that certificate class, the United States government should give you a housing voucher and pay for like your first month, or just at least get you in a house. Now you got a job because you done went to school and you done went into the system, into a job system, and now you got a first time home buyer. Boom.
And
Now you get paid. Now you're not recycling the system.
Right, and now you create a generational wealth, something that you can pass down to the next generation. Man,
exactly.
That makes sense, bro. That make total sense.
It make too much sense. It make too much sense, and that's the problem. Because when you ain't gotta ask nobody for nothing, then people gonna be like, damn, they don't need me no more. You understand what I mean? And when you ain't need it no more, then it's on to the next one. And that's what the government is.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. Yeah, so I mean, going back to that, man, because with a lot of people like losing their jobs right now, inflation high, and it's just kind of getting crazy out here. And I understand that, they're gonna get a little bit crazy out here. People taking stuff from you, robbing, killing, and doing all kind of other stuff. So I know we out here getting guns and ammo and other things like that. How can we prep ourselves for like the water crisis or when it comes to just the recession that we in right now and what we finna get into that gonna get even worse?
I mean, I use the YouTube guide, and there's a lot of people like doomsday kind of preppers where they feel like the world gonna come, and it might, I don't know, but you gotta think for tomorrow. It's like I tell my kids all the time. It's like, okay, the future is tomorrow. The future is in a few minutes, in an hour. So if this happened, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? And I always believe in the 5 P's, which is prior planning prevents poor performance. Which means if I put it in my mind and go ahead and do it, or get it in emotion, then when something big happen or something that I might can't control happen, at least I have a fighting chance to live into another day or surviving that particular incident. A lot of us don't have that luxury because we don't think like that. We think for the moment. But me personally, I'm thinking, okay, when I'm 40, what's my next move? When I'm 45, what's my next, like, I'm thinking like what my kids get, if we make it to the point they get out of high school or college, are they going to college? Nah. So I don't know. So I got to have some property if they don't go to college. Right. And tell them go get a real estate license and here, you run this. But if they want to go to college, then I got to have the funds to make sure that I can help pay for college because I don't want them to not have, not reach whatever goal they might have. So prepping is basically getting ready for the unknown. And if you got a bunch of canned goods and it go bad, so what? Because if something would have happened, you would have needed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Water, you know, it's a lot of important stuff. I mean, most black people that I know don't own their own land, don't even own their own house. So what are you gonna do? We can't bug out. We're gonna run to the woods and be in a tent. No, you're gonna have to stay home. So make your home make it your
Yeah,
castle.
a lot of us ain't prepared for that though. A lot
Make
of us
it
ain't
your
prepared for
castle.
that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even near that. You know. And shout out to Southside. You know my boy Lawrence. You know we had him on episode first season, man, and he was showing how people if they go into his Instagram right now, he'll show how you know garden and everything and how to survive out here. Shout out to him, man, because he bringing the community together and teaching people how to survive out here. So I definitely understand that, man. I definitely understand that, man.
And y'all get that ebook, man. My ebook coming out for us by us prepping. That's one of the titles, but it's basically rules that you need to have for bugging in, which means if shit hit the fan when you hit the SHTF, which means shit hit the fan, y'all need to be ready because it might be martial law when they lock everything down, like how they did with COVID. Maybe people running out of food, people running out of water. It's a lot of stuff going on. People are very violent now, even more violent now. And you got to stay strapped up and know the law.
So
Know the law.
you gotta. But what's more important than what you just said? Know the law.
Know the law.
Know the law, man. Know the
Ain't
law.
gonna do no good. It ain't gonna do no good to have a gun if you don't know the law to get you out of it, man. Because it's always another time. Even if it's self-defense, that next day you still got to deal with the shit because now you got to go through the court system. You got to prove that you was in the right. See, a lot of people don't understand. It's a whole nother side to that whole that get back game. Is that I got to go to court. I got to find bond money. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm looking at time. What do I have to do? Do I need to plead guilty? Do I need to not plead guilty? So when we so wrapped up in, okay, I'm protecting myself, but you got to protect your whole family. And that might be too what you going to do sometime. You know what I'm saying? Because you might shoot at somebody that's trying to do something to you and they turn the wrong way and you hit them in the back. Now the prosecutor saying you murdered him. You understand what I mean? And people got to understand that. You know, we got to think outside the box, man. And that's what it is, you know. And once we start reaching out to people more and more and people start talking and parlaying a little bit, everybody can eat, man. And that's just what it is. Yeah.
Right. Straight up, man. Hey, go back to what you were just saying about, you gotta know the laws and the gun laws and everything. I think I read something not long ago about what they about to do in Illinois when it comes to the bonding.
Yeah, I mean,
what is it about? Is it more like because I need to read a little bit more about that. It was just saying like cash bonds.
It's more like a cash bond type deal, but to be honest, man, it's so many different stories coming out about that particular deal that they doing up there. I don't really know. All I know is one, the Republican Party kind of making it sound like it's going to be the purge because they letting out murderers, kill, rapists, all kind of people like that. But then again, on the Democratic side, they're saying it ain't even like that. They ain't gonna let nobody out that done kill somebody or done just rape somebody. So I don't know, man. Hey, just stay strapped up and know the law. That's it.
Exactly, man. Yeah. I encourage everybody to stay strapped, man. And like Mike said, know the law and try to get yourself out of there, man. But the law is not on our side, so that's kind of hard. Know the law. It's good to know the law, but at the same time, it's that system is very, very crooked and very, very against us too, Mike. So
it is, man. But see, I'm gonna tell you something too. Sometimes you can get more with sugar than I forgot how them old people say that shit. But more you can get more with sugar than shit, right? So sometimes we already have a chip on our shoulder. Sometimes we already got an attitude. Sometimes we already got this. We already paranoid, and when those people come, those police or whatever come, we already tense. Sometimes we got to understand the situation. The goal is to go home, to make it home, no matter what the case may be. Make it home. I don't give a damn if you got to tell that man, you know what, I'm in the wrong, give me the ticket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fight it. You can, but you ain't gonna fight it with him, period. He ain't nobody but the person that's gonna write that ticket or gonna bust your head. See, what you want to do is get in front of that judge. You understand what I mean? And one thing I know about law enforcement or any kind of state or government official, they don't like to be sued. Period. They'll just, okay, don't worry about the ticket or whatever. But
Right.
you gotta hold your ground. You gotta articulate yourself, and the goal is to make it home, people. You understand what I mean? We can't beat these people. You can't beat nobody with no gun, man. Even if you got a gun, they got more guns and they got the law on their side, regardless.
Yeah,
So
man,
you gotta be better at that.
Facts, man. You can't beat that slave patrol. That's straight up. You cannot beat the slave patrol, bro. Cause it was made to keep us down. So I definitely understand that, man. But yeah, knowing the law is very, very important, bro. Like straight up, man. I think I encourage everybody to start reading more into that and just knowing the law of your state. You know, because it's different everywhere, bro. It's different. You know, what you can do in Georgia, you might can't do in Florida. You know,
Right.
so I
Right.
definitely understand that. I definitely understand that, man. Hey, man, this was a good conversation, bro, man. We got to jump back on and get some more conversations like this going, man. Because this is the type of stuff we need to just keep bringing to our community, and this is the type of stuff we're gonna keep bringing to our community. You know, if you know, supporting each other and just promoting each other and just keep it flowing, man. Love is key, though, man. You got one last word, Mike?
Yeah, man. RIP Aaliyah, man. Cuz I love you. She was on one of our episodes.
Sean.
And just everybody love each other, man. Everybody eat, man. Keep it
Right.
positive, man. And if you ain't with the progression of our culture, then get the hell out the way, man, and let people that want to love on each other and have some, man.
Right. And go support, and go buy the product, man. Unicorn Poop. Do that right now, man. Hey, thank y'all once again. You tune into the I Don't Even Know Bro podcast with your host, King Guy, and the host, Mike Chacho. Everybody eat, man. J Tyru, go get the merch right on the site. The link is in the bio. Love y'all, man.
I am, baby.
All praise, man. Love.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho with King God, bitch. This I don't even know, bruh. Chime in.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, I don't even know, I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh.
Yeah, this I don't even know, bruh. A dope podcast promoting all black business. Shed light on real topics, gotta get these millions. Give back to the culture, doing something different. Everybody